let's start everything from the start. So you knew that Daniel is a strong player, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I know he's pretty much gonna beat me no matter what. He's like 5 or 6 PR above me.
Yeah, he also beat Interjection, like beat an ST Road. Like
Yeah,
he just
he's
crushed everyone.
he's also playing in the New World Championship, and he's won like 3-0 his last 2 rounds against like PR 29, PR 30s.
Wow,
So he's like very good.
that's definitely impressive.
Yeah.
So the first game, yeah, it was an interesting map, Komchak if I recall correctly.
Uh,
And
Manchak,
oh
yeah,
yeah, Manchak.
Manchak.
Yeah, you're right. So could you like tell me why do you choose China exactly?
Oh, well, I didn't know what he was picking. I was assuming he was going for Germany or France. That's what he usually
Yeah.
plays, and that's what he usually played against me. So I was figuring he would do Germany, France, and do like a semi FF or an FF. So I was figuring I would counter that with the China FF. I didn't really take the map into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
I thought if he's fast fortressing, then um, it wouldn't really matter like who has map control.
Yeah.
Like so, my plan was to fast forward. So then I saw he goes India. So then I'm like, okay, I guess I got to go to H2, and that's what
Oof.
we did, as you saw.
But like, if I recall correctly, you said that you thought that he's gonna go for Ottomans.
No, I didn't say that. I think he said he thought I was gonna go for Ottomans.
Oh, okay, okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
no.
Hey man, have you also watched my game, like in the tournament?
I'm not sure I have.
I also played
I'm probably
Manchak,
gonna get to.
and I
Yeah.
played Ottomans, but I played
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it
but I
would
played
make
against
sense.
India.
Yeah, I don't really play Ottoman that much, so
uh, have you seen my game?
I think I did. Yeah, I think I saw it on
Hey,
Mancheck.
so
Yeah,
imagine this, yeah.
yeah,
Basically, I was looking for a good map for Ottomans, so I could play them, and I
yeah.
was talking with Daniel in the same time, and we were just sharing the maps, and I asked him about Manchek. He's like, I hate that map, and I'm like, also I hate that map as well. Like it's so bad. And he's like, yeah, man, like that map is just so central. Like it's so central based. All resources scattered around. Like raids are insane in this map, and like aggressive civs are really good. And I'm like, wait a second, wouldn't that map be good for Ottomans? He's like, oh yeah, actually that would be a really good map for Ottomans.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's definitely true.
And then he also said like, India would be good as well. Sioux
Yeah,
probably as well. And yeah, basically I trained as Ottomans in that map specifically. And basically the only
oh yeah,
counter you can give to Ottomans in that map is basically India. So Wolf's two civs are one of the strongest in that specific map, just because of the map.
makes sense.
And
Yeah.
imagine we did practice that map several times. And he literally then was it you who picked this map or was it he?
It was me. I picked it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you picked Manchek, man. I was like, oh man, you just screwed up with that pick.
Well, I knew I was gonna lose either way. You know, I was like, I knew I was. I thought it'd be an interesting game at least.
Yeah, but like you screwed up so much with that map pick, man. You got so unlucky.
He was kind of I think going easy on me too.
Yeah.
He was letting the age like yeah. I really didn't take these games that seriously because I knew
Oh, come
there's just no
on,
way I'm
man.
gonna win. He's just like so much better than me.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that. You always need to try hard, man. Doesn't matter how
Oh, I
strong the
did.
opponent
I
is.
did. I was playing hard, but I knew the outcome before it started.
Damn, damn.
I maybe could have picked Russia. That probably would have been a better idea. I should have played Russia.
But man, like China. Once you pick China, it was like it's instant GG.
I mean, I think I have a decent China age too. I think if I played someone at my same level, I would have
Yeah.
been able to win
I mean, yeah, you definitely did a really good
China.
job. Your Chukos did good damage against Sepoys. You managed to hold off, like not let him push into your base for too long.
Yeah, yeah.
Could you like, if you remember, like, what happened to the final battle? Like, you managed to gather all your military armies into, and then basically you started fighting, and you just lost all of your units in like, I don't know, like 20
Yeah,
seconds?
because he had a Rumi and I think he maybe had some Mahots too. So it just yeah, it's just he basically can right click at that point. It was he was so far ahead,
Oh
and
my
it
god.
wasn't even through like rating or anything. He was just ahead from having better composition, better civ choice, like
Yeah.
better units.
But like the thing is, like, you had pikes, you had chukos, which are like both pretty decent. Like, you with pikes, you can basically kill a lot of cavalry units, which Daniel had a lot, but like, he still just got
Yeah,
Shrek.
they're decent, but they're not gonna beat like H3 upgraded India units.
Yeah, that's true.
I
So,
needed a little more time. If he had waited a little bit longer, and I
mhm.
could have built like an H3 army, I might have had a better chance. But
Have you seen the stream? Like, what's the village difference? What do you think? What was the village difference between you two?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I
try
didn't
to take
watch
a
the game.
guess.
I would guess I had around like 35 or something. He maybe had more than
Village
that. I don't
difference.
know. 10? I don't know.
It's around 20 in Vend.
Okay.
It's a bit over 20 villager difference between you two.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
India was
What
just
can I say?
booming insane. Okay, so how did you feel after you lost the first game, Al?
I felt like everything that I expected to happen happened, and
Predictable, huh?
what else? What are you gonna do about that?
Yeah. Okay, so the
Yeah.
second game, yeah, he chose high plains.
hmm
So what civ did you think he's gonna choose?
I figured I would see a Germany or France because those are his other civs he likes playing. So
You
that's
guessed it.
yeah. So I guess Germany. So I figured I'll go. I knew it was a TP map, so I was figuring I want to get the TPs. So I pick Aztec because I feel like the war chief can deny him the TPs.
Mhm.
But as you saw, that didn't really work out. He managed to get him anyways, just because
Yeah.
I was doing much better the first start. I don't know when we had to restart it, but the first start I was actually winning that. I was pushing his explorer back in H1 because I had the rifleman. But in the second game I didn't get that, and so he was able to take the TPs pretty easily.
Damn. So
So
would you call it rigged?
I was definitely would have preferred to play the first game, I think.
Yeah, unfortunate.
But that's all right.
Could you tell me
Regardless, I still think I would have lost.
like what happened in the first game? Did like Samurai got like timed out or something?
He just wanted to restart it, I guess, because the hunts were bad for me,
Oh,
and it's fine. I mean, I
yeah.
guess that could have been equally bad in a different way than versus losing the TP line.
Yeah,
Probably would have got
definitely.
raided to death.
Could you like explain one of the things like I didn't understand correctly? Like you saw that he's getting a lot of training posts, yeah?
Yeah.
But like why do you keep making Coyote runners?
Because they are probably the best H2 Aztec composition is to have a lot of Coyote runners because I know they're not the best at sieging, but if I were to make a bunch of Pumas, I would probably just get wrecked by his army and outrated faster than I did. Like Coyotes are really good. They can beat Ulans, they can beat the crossbows, they can raid. Um, so I figured I needed to like build up more before I would try to really tackle that TP line. And I did send 6 Pumas to start sieging, so I did a little bit, but Coyotes are really the best start for Aztec as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, because like I
Yeah,
also like Daniel basically did the same like the same strat against me as well, but I was
yeah,
playing British, and I got Shrek
yeah. It's hard
the
to
same
beat
way
once
as
they
you
get the
do.
TP line. You're pretty much out of luck.
Yeah, and like like from what I've spoken down, basically the only way you can beat the strategy is just to gather a big force and just go into his base, like because like if you
That might have been a good idea. I might have tried to base trade rather than trying to fight his army at the end there.
yeah like he didn't have many units actually. He was just like relying on his TC to do more damage. He had a few Uklans from basically like 3 Uklans from shipments, and he was just trying to get to the fortress age as fast as possible because you probably have seen his deck, haven't you?
Yeah, no, yeah, right.
What did
Yeah,
you
he
think
was trying to
about it?
base trade. It's a German strategy. No, it didn't change my game plan too much, but it's tough when they have the trading post line. Just
Yeah.
makes it you almost just can resign as soon as they get the trading post because there's no real coming back
Like
from
to
that.
me, like that
Just
he Daniel's deck looked like a troll deck. It had like so many mercenary cards, like crazy. H4 just mercenaries, H3 like ton of mercenaries and some of mercenary upgrades as well.
yeah, it's tricky.
And like once imagine like he didn't have enough resource to defend. Like if you pushed his TC, he wouldn't be able to hold off. But instead, he started attacking his TCs one by one. And to rebuild a TPs, takes so little resources, especially once he gets like that card 40% cheaper train pose, if I
Yeah,
recall
that's a
correctly.
good point. It's really not at all. It's too much. It's not worth it to go for those
Yeah,
TPs.
and
I
like
probably
you
should have
went
just
for
gone for the
TPs,
TP.
and he got enough time to gather resources and to do Fortress Age.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Definitely.
was like, oh no, man, oh no.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then after that, he started doing those raids on you, like with those
He was
Uklans.
doing very good raids. Yeah, definitely.
Like, man, when I saw those raids, I was just shocked. Like, you could barely touch him.
Yeah, it was very. He had split up the cap. It was pretty hard to deal with. Definitely.
How did you react to those raids when you saw him in your base?
Yeah, it's hard to deal with.
You sent Coyotes. When he moved back with his Uklans, then you sent back your Coyotes to your main army. Then he pushed back with Uklans, started killing some of your villains. And you have to move back.
He did a pretty good job. I did catch his crossbows out of position without the Ulans.
Yeah.
And then I caught a few of the Ulans, I think, but it was mostly in his favor. It was definitely a good trade for him.
Yeah, and like, how about British Mirror?
Well, for that, I wanted to play anti-meta. I wanted to do something that was not the standard strat is the musket mass in H2.
Yeah, I
And
know
it's
this.
just who can mass muskets better. But for this, I was trying to go for something sneaky for the church tech fast fortress. And I thought it worked out pretty well at first, and then I just sort of lost my falconets. But I thought it went as good as it could go, pretty much.
Yeah, like I was really surprised when you got the training post. I felt like you're probably bored of my British mirrors against Daniel.
Oh, I didn't want to just do the standard thing. Yeah, the trading post. That if he had scouted it, I don't think he scouted it, but if he had, he would have known I was probably going for fortress.
Yeah.
And then I tried to hide the church off to the side. I don't know if you saw that. I hid it way in the corner so you couldn't see it.
And what exactly shipments are you getting from the church, or like upgrades?
You get you get 9 Blackwatch Highlanders for 1,000 food.
Oh.
Which is pretty good deal. Food is really like some of the church sticks have it like 1,000 wood or 1,000 coin, and 1,000 food is like much fewer
Yeah.
villager seconds.
And wait a second.
Like that.
Did you use like a unique British improvements? Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, the unique church card.
Okay.
I sent that after
nice.
700 wood, and then you can send falconets along with the Black Watch, and you can have those at the same time.
Like I personally think that Daniel was screwed up in that game. Like he didn't do proper scouting on you specifically.
Yeah, I think I did catch him off guard, which is why he had that musket mass, and if he stayed and fought without cavalry, I probably would have won. But he retreated and made cavalry, and that kind of cost me the game.
Yeah, like at one point, he had like around 30 musketeers, maybe even more. You had 0 military units. You just finished your church. You're basically like aging up to fortress, and you don't even have barracks.
Yeah, he could have pushed me earlier if he had known,
God.
but I don't think he was waiting around for kids to come to him, and so that's why I was ahead of the time.
But yeah, man, like your fast forward was pretty good. Like I really like how you hided your church as well. Like it was.
Yeah, that's the idea.
It's pretty respectable.
You gotta hide it, yeah.
I would say that you got a bit unfortunate with your falconets.
Well, it's difficult because as good as the Highlanders are, you don't have very many of them, so you can't really body block very well. You don't have a big mass to put them in. I maybe could have waited a little bit longer and massed more muskets, but also feel like I had to push.
Yeah.
He was smart to make as many hussars as he did. If he just kept making muskets, he probably would have lost.
Yeah, but, definitely.
Hussars really helped him out. He adapted very well to that, so that's why he won, I think.
And like the thing is, like, fast forwards is pretty good idea, but I think it personally just relies too much on shipments. And like if you rewatch the game, you'll see that you were like 15 villagers behind.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely sacrificed the economy.
And your military was also always like underdog, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that was a bit.
It was really relying on catching him by surprise, and maybe if I could have caught him under, I was hoping that he would be in my base when I hit up
That'll help you a lot.
because then I could surround him and get the Minutemen out and have it and clean up his army in my base. But he held back, so that was smart of him. Yeah.
Like basically the same thing happened to me, like what happened to you. Like I played against Daniel, remember, yeah? Had my big army of musketeers close to his TC, and he popped those 2 falconers right in that perfect moment.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that was.
And the thing is, I had a few hussars on the side. I was like, I was expecting those falconers to pop any moment. I sent those a few hussars, and I sent them too much forward, and we got shot. And basically then I didn't have many hussars left.
Right. Yeah. It's that's the ideal way to pop the falcon.
So yeah, man, like you're expecting Daniel, to make my mistake. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I was hoping for that. But
from a captain level player.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, man, like
I'm watching the stream again. It sounds like the sound didn't come through for someone. Is it?
which game are you watching?
Me and Daniel's Brit Mirror stream. It sounds like the sound didn't work out.
No way. Could you send me a link?
Yeah, on your live stream.
I wasn't I wasn't casting that game. I was just like co-caster pretty much.
Oh right, in Heroes live stream.
Yeah. But man, like what I really liked about your games is like both of your personalities is just beautiful, man. Like the way you did like that small chit chat, like it's just so nice to see.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I gotta keep up with Daniel because he's always talking trash. I have to keep up with that.
Yeah, like it was really entertaining to watch. Like that India versus China game, and then I was like, I'm not sure who's gonna win. Like China has like 20 pop unit mores, while India has less. But I mean, yeah, later on kind of lost, but still that's a really good game.
Has enough control, yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. I gotta head out in a sec, but yeah, thanks for the.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you for the interview. You could say. Are you okay if like if I would post this interview to the YouTube channel? Like some people might like to listen to it.
Yeah, go for it. That sounds good.
Yeah, alright, man. Yeah, cheers, man. Thanks for the game. It was really fun to watch you. You did really well. Yeah. Respect from Europe to America. And yeah,
thank you very much. Yeah.
See you later, man.
Thanks. Have a good day.